Carolyn Hennesy continues to be a standout and indispensable presence on General Hospital as Diane Miller, bringing intelligence, emotion, depth, and a moral complexity to the canvas that few characters can match. In recent episodes, Diane's role has grown even more central to the most compelling legal and emotional storylines in Port Charles, making her one of the most talked-about figures on the show. At the heart of Diane's recent arc is the ongoing legal fallout surrounding Willow Kane's shooting case. As Willow's attorney, Diane has been thrust into a situation that challenges every part of her professional skill set and her emotional resilience. This is far more than a simple defense. It's a legal minefield where truth, perception, and moral ambiguity collide. Diane has had to navigate conflicting evidence, intense courtroom pressure, and a defense strategy that complicates her own conscience, forcing Diane into moments where she must balance her responsibilities as an attorney with her understanding of human psychology, trauma, and the weight of protection. What makes this storyline especially powerful is Carolyn Hennesy's portrayal of a lawyer who isn't just arguing facts. She's wrestling with the emotional and moral implications of everything she's doing. Diane knows what the law requires, but she also deeply understands how fragile people can be when their lives are on the line. In recent scenes, she's had to make persuasive arguments that go far beyond legal jargon. She's had to tap into empathy, psychology, and character insight to shield her client while preserving as much truth as possible under pressure. Watching Diane operate inside the courtroom, thinking 3 steps ahead, listening for the nuances in testimony, and carefully choosing her words, has been a masterclass in legal drama and emotional poise. Behind the scenes of that courtroom intensity, Diane has also been a mentor, confidant, and emotional anchor for other characters. She's been there not just to defend Willow legally, but to help others process the fear and confusion that swirl around this case. Characters close to the situation have leaned on Diane's steadiness, respect for justice, and ability to speak truth with compassion. Diane's presence in these emotional exchanges has helped anchor episodes that could otherwise feel overwhelming or chaotic, giving other characters, and viewers, an emotional compass amid the turmoil. In addition to her courtroom work, Diane's personal interactions continue to reveal layers of nuance. She has offered counsel that goes beyond legal strategy, dipping into ethical considerations, personal values, and even self-reflection for those around her. This dual role, part attorney, part moral advisor, has made her indispensable in scenes where characters are not just fighting legal battles, but existential ones. When people are unsure whom to trust or how to proceed, Diane often serves as a voice of tempered clarity, grounding others with a mix of pragmatism and heart. Another fascinating aspect of Diane's recent storyline has been her relationship with other legal players and law enforcement officials. Whether she's sparring with prosecutors, negotiating strategy with colleagues, or fielding aggressive questions from detectives, Diane's intellectual agility and calm under fire have made for some of the season's most compelling legal drama. She doesn't just react. She anticipates, often peeling back emotional or psychological layers to expose uncomfortable truths, then gently guiding others, including viewers, to see what's really at stake. Carolyn Hennesy's performance has also emphasized Diane's resilience amid repeated storm cycles. While she carries the wariness of experience, moments where the weight of legal and moral responsibility clearly shows in her expression or tone, she never loses her spark. Diane has a way of delivering sharp analysis, dry humor, and seasoned perspective that keeps her scenes rich in texture and emotional color. She can be fierce and tender, analytical and human, all within the same minute, and that range has made her scenes incredibly satisfying to watch. Diane's moral complexity has also been on display as she interacts with Willow and other characters connected to the case. She doesn't shrink from the truth, but she also recognizes that the timing and context of truth matter in ways that legal textbooks don't always address. That positions Diane not just as a lawyer in the traditional sense, but as a healer of legal wounds. Someone who understands that justice isn't just about verdicts, but about the emotional lives of those involved. When she offers counsel, it never feels hollow or purely procedural. It feels rooted in deep empathy and hard-earned wisdom. More recently, Diane's influence has extended beyond the courtroom and into the private moments where characters grapple with doubt, fear, and moral consequence. From whispered conversations in hallways to emotional confessions in quiet rooms, she has been the person others turn to when they're unsure of their next step. Diane's presence in these scenes feels like a lifeline, not because she has all the answers, but because she listens, reflects, and responds in ways that make others feel seen and understood. Even when Diane doesn't have a direct stake in someone's personal crisis, her willingness to step into emotional complexity has made her one of the show's most dynamic and humane characters. She reminds viewers, and other characters, that justice isn't just a legal construct, it's a reflection of what happens when hearts and minds collide in conflict, fear, and hope. As General Hospital continues to unfold its latest twists and turns, Diane's role is shaping up to be both legal anchor and emotional compass. The legal case she's working on now may have major twists ahead, but her influence stretches much deeper. She's becoming a central voice in Port Charles, one that people trust, respect, and turn to when the world seems overwhelming or unjust. In short, Carolyn Hennesy's recent work as Diane Miller has been powerful, layered, and central to General Hospital's ongoing drama. Her portrayal blends sharp legal acumen with emotional intelligence and authentic depth, making Diane not just one of the smartest characters on canvas, but one of the most emotionally resonant as well. Fans can look forward to seeing more of this layered, empathetic, and intensely human character as she continues to navigate legal battles, moral dilemmas, and the ongoing emotional ripple effects of the show's biggest storylines.